Hello, sir. Good afternoon. My name is David.
Thank you. DeRemi Atanda, Managing Director, Remita.
All right. Nice to meet you, sir. So this year's Digital Pay Expo is about the future is contactless. So, sir, what do you envision in the nearest future about contactless payment?
Yeah, thank you. Contactless is an extension of cashless. So it's along the natural evolution of the cashless system. And we need to keep reminding ourselves that cashless is not the removal of cash for removal's sake. It's because digitizing payments has significant economic benefits. And so we need to keep reinforcing that. And so we're going through different phases of cashless, which is a natural evolution for any process. And where things are now, contactless is definitely one of the major drivers of cashless. And that's why I believe the focus of this year's Digital Pay Expo is focusing on contactless, which has achieved some strides globally and is set also to be introduced into this market. And quite a number of players are already working on that, a number of innovations locally is to stimulate adoption so that the real goal of financial inclusion can be achieved if we're able to properly leverage contactless payments.
So, sir, you actually made some points, and which we noted. I say one of which is we would like to ask a question actually from your speech. Contactless will be the engine of retail growth. Can you please expatiate on that?
Yeah, thank you. To a large extent, contactless in the sense of its definition rides on NFC technology and RFID, and that's almost always on site in person payments. The only difference is to make it faster and more secured. So, convenience at the art of contactless. Instead of putting your card in a device, punching the amount, and then putting your authorization, the terminal already has the amount and you just wave the card or you touch the card. So that's supposed to accelerate payments. And these are more secured as well. And we saw this also played out during the COVID pandemic. And for retail, these are low value transactions, but high value. And that is where most of the payment transformation happens. It's not in the big value payments that you talk about financial inclusion. It's about the low value payments. So if we're able to bring into the low value payments channels that make it easy, adoption will be faster. And that is one of the benefits of contactless, different from the other payment channels that we've had before now. And technology is already available to support this, is how to drive it further. The cards in Nigeria, about 70-80% of them are already NFC enabled, is to make sure that at many more merchant sites, there are terminals that can accept these cards. And that's where mobile comes in. Mobile phones are the new terminals. So every mobile phone, every smart mobile phone becomes a contactless payment terminal. So you don't need a phone and still need another device. And so that's what I mean by retail actually being able to drive contactless and in effect helping us to deepen financial inclusion.
All right. So how is Remita driving the future of contactless?
Thank you. At Remita, we have only one job, and it's to make payments easy, irrespective of who you are, corporates and individuals. That's our job, and that's our commitment. That's what drives us. And part of deepening payments has been for us to look at how contactless can be brought into payments. And so, largely for merchant collections, we have terminals that can have tap and go. And these are things we're rolling out immediately. And the other players are already doing that in the market. We're bringing a new dimension into it. That at the wide